Good morning! I am super excited because today is another day one, but this time, I swear, is gonna be so different. I can feel it in my bones. First things first, I'm gonna do a little weigh-in. November 26, 2023, that was when I had my very first weight loss vlog. So I consider that to be the start of my phase 0. And that was basically a time of me being very interested in weight loss and kind of non-committally dipping my toes back into it. The highest weight that I recorded ever was on December 1st, which is 194.4 pounds. The highest starting weight that I've ever had, 194.4. Oh my God. 194.4. Drum roll, please. 191.6. So honestly, I have weighed myself the last few days and it actually was a little bit lower than that. I think it's because I had a very salty ramen dish last night that I might be retaining a little bit of water, but that's fine. At the end of the day, if the trend is downward, then we're winning. Let's discuss some goals as I take my morning dose of levothyroxine. Some goals for the day. One is going to be the caloric deficit, which I am putting my calorie goal for today at 1,700. This is, or at least it should be, a little bit less than maintenance based on every calculator that I have found that I've used and tried to get like a good average from. It throws me off how different the recommendation for calories are every day based on your activity. So I don't know how totally accurate that is, but that's just what we're gonna go with for now. And I do anticipate that if I had a whole week at 1,700 at the same calorie goal as today, I would lose weight. Goal number 2 is to hit 10,000 steps today, which with my trusty walking pad, I do believe is completely doable. I would say for both of those goals, I am like 95% confident, sure that I will hit those goals. And my last goal is of the liquid variety, and I don't mean pee. I'm talking about water. I want to set a goal that I think I will actually be able to follow through on because I don't want to set my goal too high and then not be able to hit it. So I'm just going to say 4 of these, which would be 96. Hold on. Yeah, 96 fluid ounces of water. I hope. I don't know. It's 24 ounces, so that sounds about right. 8 times 12, 24 is 48. 48 plus 48, 6. Okay, yeah, 96. So 96 fluid ounces of water, otherwise known as 4 of these beautiful little Hydro Flasks. 4 of these. I'm on my first one right now. You can hear the ice rattling just a little bit. And a small sub goal beneath this one is to not drink more than 100 liquid calories. And I think that one it's maybe a 50-50 shot, if not 75-25, in favor of it not happening. But with that being said, the liquid calories that I've had as of late, especially since I've been like way more serious about these goals back in November, my liquid calories have drastically cut down because I used to have full sugar syrups and then I got the skinny syrups. Sounds like not that big of a deal. Like it sounds like the simplest littlest swap. But like when I tell you guys, like I would have sugar withdrawal, like I would have sugar headaches, sugar cravings because I swapped out sugar-free for, or I swapped out sugary for sugar-free. Like that was still effort, definitely. It definitely counts, but I still think I need to tighten up how many liquid calories I have. Like right now, my morning coffee is still like what wakes me up in the morning. So I can't like sacrifice too much. Like I still have to like it. Otherwise I end up rebounding and just going back to like a drive-through coffee shop, which is too expensive and way too sugary. Okay, I think I'm ready. So I just took my shower. It's about 13 minutes past noon and my Hydro Flask is currently empty. So I'm gonna refill this. We are officially 1 down. I think that my steps are probably pretty abysmal because I need the second outlet to charge my laptop right now. So I only have 1,000 steps right now. But I'm hopeful that later this evening maybe as I'm watching TV or as I'm like catching up on other YouTube stuff, then I will get my stepping pad, my walking pad out and put that underneath my desk. But at least my standing time is like so astronomically greater than when I was like stuck in my nook. I kind of want to share this. I don't know if I should, but I mean, whatever. It's just a little sneak peek of something that I'm working on. So this is a thumbnail for a project that I'm working on. I've actually been working on it for quite a while, but I kept having some delays just with the holidays, and it's like kind of a big project. Like, I basically am reacting to, commenting on, and using a lot of other videos that other creators have made already on atomic habits and weight loss, because I read the book. I've already kind of done this because I made a video already called The Small Start Weight Loss Motivation that followed atomic habits and applied that to weight loss. But if you didn't know, there's already like tons and tons of videos and tons of articles, like interviews, other videos that people have made about it, about atomic habits and applying it to weight loss. So I thought it would be fun to have like a collection of all of them, react to it, basically pick apart the top tips of people applying atomic habits to weight loss, and then make like an ultimate guide about it. So that's what this thumbnail is for, and that's what this currently, how long is this project? 40-minute project that I'm working on. I'm working a lot on this one channel who has 2 different videos about it, and then later I'll have to get to the others, but for now, like, they have a lot of really good content, and I think that my script for reacting to it is really strong too. So I'm just really excited about them in particular. But besides that, I think I'm gonna have another caffeine drink. I got the little bubblers from Sam's Club. I'm gonna have to eat eventually, but I'm kind of putting it off because I do this thing where like I get hungry, but I'm not hungry enough to actually deal with it. So I just wait until I'm hungry enough that like I'll actually cook. But right now, the way that I figure it in my head is if I'm not hungry enough to actually cook my food and like do something about it, then I can wait. So this is like lazy intermittent fasting is what I call it. Although it's technically not because I already had milk today, but like close enough. I just realized I don't know how to say one of these words. This is the Pitaya Berry Nectar Bubbler. And I will be honest, when I got these, I thought that they were caffeine free. I thought it was just bubbly beverage, and hence bubbler. But then after I had it one night and I couldn't fall asleep until like 3 in the morning, I read a little bit closer, and it says that it does have natural caffeine, 69 milligrams per can, like a cup of coffee. And I was like, oh, that explains it. This one smells really good. I've already had all of them, but my favorite so far is not the lemon lime, but the one that's like raspberry lime. That one made me scream. I was like, there is no freaking way this is only 5 calories, and it is. This one is also 5 calories. Oh, it's so good. Not sponsored, obviously. Speaking of which, I haven't talked about this yet, but I actually hit 100 subscribers. Sorry, I'm also like drooling over this at the same time, but I hit 100 subscribers. That is super exciting for me. It took so long. I mean, it's like kind of my fault because I started this channel back in October of 2022, right? Yeah. And then I released like 5 different videos. My last video was December 31st, the very last day of 2022. And it was my New Year's resolutions going into 2023. And then I like completely ghosted and I didn't upload for a while. And so by the time I came back to this channel in November of 2023, so literally just like 2 months ago, I had 12 subscribers. I didn't get a lot of comments before, so I wouldn't know if like some of you are some of the old 12. But like I assume since they've been quiet that like they're probably inactive. I don't know. But if someone out there from the original 12 is still here, hello. thank you for sticking around and being patient through all of my struggles. It always feels weird being a weight loss channel or having a channel that's like specific to one topic and then struggling with it. Like that's definitely the hardest part, I would say, so far of doing this channel was being consistent on uploading even after my relaunch. Like even since November of 2023, it's still been difficult a lot of days to like film. Like I had so many days that I filmed absolutely nothing because I wasn't doing well with my diet. I've touched on this before, I think in like my second vlog, but it feels like people, and like I don't even know if this is true, this is just my perception, but like it seems to me like in my mind, I assume that everyone just wants to see the success, that everyone subscribes to see like the victory, to see the big winning moment. And then when I'm doing stuff that is actually pushing me further from that goal, I not only feel my own shame and my own guilt, but like I fear, I guess, the judgment of the channel. Like I fear that people who would see it would potentially get nasty. Like I don't think anyone who subscribed would get nasty, but just like putting myself out on the World Wide Web like that and then having the potential that someone could say something gross, which like I have gotten before. But I mean, I don't know, it's just it's a much harder mental barrier to get over and to be like, this is my vulnerabilities, like this is what I'm really insecure about, because in a way it feels like you're making a huge like dartboard and putting a bullseye in the center of it and being like, here you go, like this is like the thing that I like the least about myself. Like, and that's really hard to do. And there are some times where I'm like, yeah, I feel free to talk about it, I feel comfortable talking about it, like let me just vent, and if I want to put it up, cool, and if I trash the footage, then whatever. But then there's like other times where I'm like, I'm just too sensitive about it right now. Like maybe later, maybe in the future, I can talk about it, but I don't want to show it. Like I don't want to let anyone in to this. But more about the 100 subscribers, because that's a little bit happier. Yeah, wow, that's like weird in the best of ways. Yeah, no, I was super excited. I made that little sign and I put it up on my community post. If you haven't seen it, here's photos of it. Yeah, it's so sweet. It's so like cute. I just love it. I just love this little community we're building, because although I've had like the random, like very, very few, I don't want to make it sound like I'm getting like overwhelmed with hate or anything, because no, but just like the few messages that I've had don't matter. It doesn't matter, because I have had so many, like so super kind, super sweet, super understanding. Like it just amazes me how kind people are to like me, like someone who you don't know. Like I don't know, that's just like, that's the part that just really gets me in my feels. And I'm like, that is so sweet. Like when someone writes like a whole paragraph and I'm just like, stop. I don't know. It's so much fun for me. And I really have enjoyed this. And I wouldn't continue it, obviously, if it was like, you know, if the negative parts were too much, or, you know, if I've had a channel before, way back when, like pre-2020, maybe like, actually I might be lying, it might have been post-2020, I don't remember, but it's been a minute. I had an old channel way back when that I deleted because YouTube found me the wrong audience, and I didn't like the way that they were like commenting and telling me things that I needed to do that was like actively against my journey. And so that channel I had to delete, which sucks. But at the end of the day, it's like community to me is what matters most. Like if I have a group of people around me who are being supportive, being kind, listening to what I say and to what, like, respecting what I say is best for me, what I'm doing that's best for me, then that's what I want. I'd rather have a smaller, neater community of, you know, people who will be understanding, kind, supportive, nice to each other, all of those wonderful things, than have higher numbers, but like it get toxic, if you know what I mean. I'm really happy for how we're growing, and especially proud of the good vibes, the positive vibes, the good energy, the positivity, the optimism, and also the understanding for when things get rough, because it can't always be sunshine, rainbows, and daisies, you know? And everyone has been extremely kind, extremely nice, extremely, I feel like, appreciative of my openness and my vulnerability in saying like when I'm struggling and talking about it. And I can't like appreciate that enough. I'm really, really grateful that I had a couple of super, super nice comments preceding one like really nasty one that I got that I had to delete and hide from the channel. And I just know that if I hadn't had those super nice, super supportive comments before, when I got my nasty one, I think the nasty one would have affected me a lot more. I think it would have like really upset me a lot worse if I didn't have the nice ones before it. So thank you so much for everyone who like actually takes time to listen and care. Like that's still to me like really and yeah, and especially for commenting. Like I love the engagement, I love the interactions that I get with people. Like I see every like that I get, and I don't know who's doing it. I don't know if it's someone I know, Jocelyn, but every time I upload, there is someone who like clicks the notification immediately and likes the video, and I'm like, okay, hello superfan, I see you. It's just so much fun for me. I'm having a really, really good time. And I thank you guys for making it that experience, because like I said, if I felt misunderstood, if I felt like people were trying to tell me different things and like just not listen to me, just like ignore what I'm saying because of the footage that I put out, then I wouldn't be able to continue. So you guys make it possible. You guys make me comfortable sharing. And that's what makes this possible. So thank you. Okay, so I am starting on my stepping pad, which you can see down there. I already have about 1,000 steps today, so this will just help me boost that number a little bit since it is already noon. I'm only going at like 1.3 miles per hour, which to me is like my, at least I'm using it, speed. If I wanted to like progressively work up a sweat, I'd be closer to like 2 to 2.5. But hello, Bunny. She is being super loving right now. She needs to get off my desk though. Yes, you do. I'm not really in like a sweat, like break a sweat kind of mood right now. I'm just trying to do some editing, which I need to be able to like steadily use my hand a little bit better. I'm just gonna keep it slow for now. Okie dokie, time to get my chicken out of the oven. Ignore the dirty stovetop. I know, I'm working on it. Ooh. Oh my god, she smells good. Still sizzling. Remember earlier how one of my goals was to have like less than 100 liquid calories? Sincere question, I'm not playing, I'm not trying to act dumb. Does dipping sauce count as liquid calories? Because I honestly was gonna eat this chicken with Chick-fil-A sauce, but that's like 200 calories. And I know that I do have ketchup, but like literally I made these just to eat my sauce. This is the method for what I really, really want. But then I'm gonna break my goal. But then again, I was also like 75% certain that it was gonna get broken anyways. I'll track it. Of course I'm gonna track it, but to be honest, I gotta have the sauce that I want with this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made these. That is what it looks like from the can image. You know what? You don't want to see my dirty microwave. 1 second. Good for you, Progresso. Planning to have some mac and cheese for dinner. I only want to have maybe half of this, which I'll weigh out, so it should easily fit into my calories for the rest of the day. Hope you don't mind the very, very laid back way that we're gonna do this recap, but it is 10 p.m. And as much as I appreciate all of you, I really don't feel like filming right now. But I need a conclusion. So without further ado, let's take a look at the calories for the day. So first up, I guess I didn't eat until like noon. Oh, I just realized I forgot to chart, or I mean log, my milk from my coffee earlier. That little bit did just significantly change things. Around noon, shortly before or afternoon, I don't really remember when, I had my coffee, which had the Simply Skinny, or whatever the brand they are, the skinny syrups, which are 0 calorie. But my milk, of course, was 90 calories, and that was for 6 fluid ounces of 2% milk. I had my bowl of oats with some berries on top, and I made some chicken tenders not shortly thereafter with some Chick-fil-A sauce, and that was about 931 calories. For dinner, I had a 2-part dinner. I had my home-style chicken with pearl pasta Progresso soup can, and then I also made myself some Velveeta. That 2-part dinner was 725 calories, and if you don't have a calculator, no worries. This equals out to a total of 1,746 calories for the day, which did put me 46 calories over my goal of 1,700, but it's in the 1,700 range, so I am counting that, of course, as a win, obviously. My protein was a little bit low. It was at like 84 grams, and typically I aim to get like 120, so that is kind of low. My carbs were high for today, like my carbs were a little bit high today, and by a little bit, I mean like significant. 216 grams of carbs, which made up 49% of my calories today. I think that it's understandable that after a few days that I've had that were lower carb, naturally I'm gonna eat a few more carbs today. And then fat was at 61 grams, which made up 32% of my calories today. So yeah, my protein was really low. 84 grams is only 19% of my calories. And it's literally like 40 grams less than my goal. Oh, and I almost forgot about steps, but I realized there's kind of an error to the way that I'm collecting my steps. With my Fitbit resting on the desk whenever I'm working, I don't move my wrist at all. And I didn't think it was gonna affect it that much, which like sounds kind of silly now that I say it back. But it didn't get any motion of my walking. So it tracked for me 4,800 steps. But personally, I think that, I don't know, I probably think I got like 8,000 today. I think I hit 80% of my goal. And I will say, I think that the effort that I feel like I gave today was definitely lower on the calories and the diet end of things and a lot higher on my steps. I feel like I honestly put in about 80% effort for the steps that I got, which makes sense because I think I got to 80% of my goal. For nutrition, like I said, I think that I needed to plan a lot more because I didn't have anything ready and I really was just kind of winging it through almost every part of my day, I feel, except for my coffee because I always know I'm gonna get that every morning. But yeah, the rest of it I really did wing. Overall, day 1 is not perfect. Like, it's definitely not like a perfect example of the kind of day that I want to lead day after day after day. The only real goal, the only real purpose that this day 1 had for me was to serve as the first day. And me just getting through it, me knowing that tomorrow I'm going to continue this journey, that is all that it needed to serve for me. So it's done its job. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for the 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet or you haven't liked the video, this is your reminder, please do that. I can't wait for what else is to come. I'm really excited for all of us. Bye!